A traffic light, a traffic signal, or a stoplight is a signal device positioned at the road intersection, pedestrians crossing, and other locations. The traffic light have given many benefits to all road users. In this assignment, we will be using the IDE 68K. We will build the program, cross-assemble and assemble it using the 68 IDE. We will run the program using Visual Simulator. IDE 68K gives us the ability to build a simple application for the processor quickly and running them on the Visual Simulator or the Command Line Simulator. In Malaysia, the traffic light for vehicle commonly have three main lights, having a different message for the drivers. A red light that means stop, a green light that means go, and the yellow means ready to stop. The basic idea behind this design is to avoid the collision of vehicle by providing appropriate signal to different direction for the limited time slot, after which the next waiting driver will be given the same treatment. In this way, a cycle will be established which will control the traffic. Traffic control devices are markers, signs, and signal devices used to inform, guide, and control traffic, including pedestrian, motor vehicle drivers, and bicyclists. The devices are usually placed adjacent, over, or along the highway, road, traffic facilities, and other public areas that require traffic control.
This is our coding for the traffic light countdown timer application project. Now I will explain the coding for each command. First, we will declare a sensor at $E001, the LED at E003, number which is 77 at E011. After that, we will do the origin where we save the coding in the memory location which is at $1000. For move B, the data will be inserted into the data register from D0 until D5. For comparison and selection will be done in the main body by selection. When sensor is equal to D0, the data will be inserted into the subroutine which is red light or first LED. The value of D1 will be placed in the first LED. In this situation, when there is no car or we did not press any button, the first LED which is red light appears. When sensor is equal to D1, the data will be inserted into the subroutine which is green light or third LED. The value of D4 will be placed in the first LED. When there is a car or we press first button, the third LED which is green light appears. When sensor is equal to D2, the data will be inserted into the subroutine which is red light or first LED. The value of D1 will be placed in the first LED. This situation is when there is no car at our road but there is a car at the other side of the road, or only we press second button, the first LED which is red light appears. When sensor is equal to D3, the data will be inserted into the subroutine which is GYR light or green, yellow, red. First data from D4 will be inserted into LED which is a green light. After that, the data will be inserted into the subroutine count. which can be seen in the 7 segment display. The countdown will be held for 3 seconds. The first 7 segment display number 3, then the data will be placed in the subroutine delay. After that, it will repeat the subroutine count, the number 2, 1 and 0. After delay, the data will be inserted into D0 before the data insert into D2 which is yellow light. After that, the data will be inserted into the subroutine count. First, the 7 segment display the number 3, then the data will be placed in the subroutine delay. After that, it will repeat the subroutine count, the number 2, 1 and 0. After delay, the data will be inserted into D0 before the data is inserted into D1 which is red light. After that, the data will be inserted into the subroutine count. First, the 7 segment display number 3. Then the data will be placed in the subroutine delay. After that, it will repeat the subroutine count, the number 2, 1 and 0. After that, the data will be inserted into D0 before the data insert into D4 which is green light. The LED and countdown simulate simultaneously. This condition happens when there is a car at our road and also at the other road, so the car can move according to their turns. For the last condition, which is short or breakdown, the third button will represented. The data will be inserted into the subroutine short, which is a yellow light or second LED. Then I will go to the blink section. Then it will go to the blink section. First, the data D2 will be placed into LED. Then the data will move to delay 2 for milliseconds. After that, the data D0 will insert into the LED. Then the data will move to delay 2 for milliseconds, and it will repeat until we turn off the button off. In this situation, the yellow light blink repeatedly when we push the third button. As we know, when yellow light is blink, we know that there is a problem for this traffic light due to breakdown. So let's move to 7 segment simulation to understand this situation given.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So without further ado, let's continue our presentation. So for the 7 segment simulation, we will have a few conditions, which is the first one, when there is no car at both sides of the road. Next, the second condition is when there is a car at our road. Third, the car appear at the other side of the road. Fourth, both cars appear at the road. And lastly, the traffic light is broken. For the first situation, if we didn't push any button on the red light, which is the first LED, will turn on. So it will be like this. This happens when there is no car at both sides of the road. Next, the first button, which represents a car at our road, the green light, which is the third LED, will turn on. So it will be like this. This happens when there is a car at our road and there is no car at the other side of the road. Then, when we turn off the first button and we turn on the second button, it will represent as the car appeared at the other side of the road, but there is no car at our road. So the green light will turn off and the red light will turn on at our road. So it will be like this. Furthermore, if there is a car at both sides of the road, the traffic light will take turns so the car can move according to their turns. First, the traffic light will indicate green, then the countdown begins for 3 seconds. So it will be like this. This situation happens at both sides of the road, but according to their turns, which car reach at the road first. lastly, when we push the third button at any situation, the yellow light or the third LED appear and blink to indicate that the traffic light are having a problem. So the car can know that the condition of the traffic light and take precaution when arrive at the traffic light. So it will be like this. The yellow light will blink to indicate that the traffic light is broken.
So, in a nutshell, these are some conditions occur when a car or there is no car appear on the road. So the sensor from traffic light will detect for the conditions occur and will give the right and the correct lights to ensure the safety of the road. So that's all from us. Thank you.